night 2 of ayahuasca. And I had a friend offer to do some energy work. And I accepted, of course. Let's do some energy work. And I got some things in my body I can heal, and I'm starting to feel tremendous vibration and energy in my feet and my legs, my right leg especially. And so I thought I'm gonna put on some healing music and really focus on my intention. And number one intention, I want to remember. And this man's voice started talking in the middle of this music and doing a guided meditation. And the meditation is like going onto a spaceship and like going to your true planet and all this stuff. And the opposite thing is happening in my mind. I'm not getting on a spaceship and I'm not going to outer space. I'm remembering the cave in Tibet where I was with the Yeti during my near death experience when I was 15 years old, when I overdosed. And because I just wanted to know, like, what else was in there? What did I do for 4 days? What? Oh. And I started to see in the back of the cave, there's tunnels that go way back. And I begin to understand that this is a spacecraft. And not only is Mother, Mother Yeti, she's a piece of me that is incarnated. She's a piece of my higher self, my whole soul, my whole self has incarnated as her, as a Yeti in Tibet. Okay. I call her Mother. Not only is that part of our relationship, but the other part of our relationship is that she is a step in, and she stepped in with me when I had that near death experience, when I overdosed and I was in that cave. Part of her came back as a step in with me. I never would have guessed that I had a step in. I never had a clue. Uh, it never occurred to me. I've heard of other people having it. Not only that, it starts to be shown to me all of the step-ins I have, y'all, because apparently I have multiple step-ins. When I lived in Monterey, California, I was first mate on a boat, and I worked as a naturalist for the Monterey Bay Aquarium. And one day, I was walking on the beach with my little dog, Zip, and the next thing I know, I'm in a fetal position and I'm being tumbled over and over and over, and I am in the bottom of the ocean. I'm in the bottom of the ocean. I don't know how I got there. What I didn't know was that a rogue wave came up on shore and tagged me and my little dog and swept us out to sea. And and we were pinned down there. We were pinned in the bottom of the ocean, um, by this riptide. And I had the most peaceful experience you can imagine. I I don't know that I left my body. I felt like I was in my body the whole time, but I was overcome with this peace and calm that I can't even describe. And so when I finally felt released from whatever it was that was holding me down there, um I was able to find my way to the surface. And I'm not a swimmer. I'm not a great swimmer. I was able to get my dog and get back to shore. Well, shortly after that experience, one of my nighttime near death experiences, or like where I just don't know what to call it, because I go live a whole other lifetime and I don't know why, but I do. And I went into this other lifetime, and I became aware of myself falling rapidly out of the sky through the clouds. And I was terrified. I was like, "Oh shit, how did I get here? What's going on? Like, why am I falling?" And I didn't know. I didn't know. And then finally I just came to this knowing that I am consciousness in a raindrop, and I am a raindrop. I'm a drop of rain. And as I'm realizing this, I'm getting closer to the earth. And as I'm about to hit the earth, I have the thought, I wonder, since I'm water, can I travel to the center of the earth and see what's there? And that began my journey. In this lifetime, it took me 1,000 years to reach the center of the earth. And and it was an interesting life. The only stress I really felt was I had overwhelming feelings of claustrophobia, right? Because I'm inside the earth and there's no getting out, and I've already made the thought that I'm going to the center of the earth and I'm not coming out till I'm there. And but I joined other bodies of water, and I had stimulation. It wasn't like being sealed in a pyramid for 1,000 years, because I had that experience too, in a different one, um, totally separate experience. But I became obsessed with water after that. Absolutely obsessed, to the point where I built a generator to make colloidal silver out of water, and it was like water that I had infused with crystals. And man, I really got into Dr. Emoto's water crystal experiments, and discovered that our whole bodies are like 80% water, and that we can command our bodies, because Dr. Emoto proved that, you know, our thoughts and our words affect water crystals, and we're mostly water crystals. We can command our bodies to live, we can command our bodies to be well, and things like this that we don't understand. These are the superpowers that the Bigfoot people are waking me up to. So I have become aware that that ocean that I was swept out into, that body of water, the Pacific Ocean, is a master water element, kind of like how we can have Christ masters and Buddha masters and all this stuff here. The Pacific Ocean is a water master. She's a body of water, and she's mastered. Um, she's at a master level, whatever. Anyways, she became a step in. I have the Pacific Ocean as a step in. Um, I have multiple step ins, and one is the Yeti, one is the water. I'm going to have to calm down to remember all of them, but one of the things that I under came to understand was um, how that inner earth that some people have seen has a sun, and it has there's this whole world inside the earth. And I saw this happening as um it's an escape pod. And it came from a planet that's so massive and so huge, and the technology so advanced that they could create an escape pod with a whole mini system, like a sun and an inner ecosystem. And so I have a memory of another lifetime where I was part of the destruction of a planet, and that's how that got here. uh Anyways, I'm going to have to just think about this some more, because there's multiple walk-ins and there's multiple moving parts to this. and it's a trip. It's tripping me out, so I can't sleep. Yeah, no, I can't sleep.